What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have lots of exciting breaking news to unpack today. Binance, MetaMask, Algo Foundation, CTO praising Cardano, and lots more. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. NFT trading volume surpasses 1 million ADA this week. Charles Hoskinson says pretty good ghost party for a ghost chain. Very spooky. A slammed crowd at Rare Evo's after party at Omnia nightclub over in Las Vegas. And of course, not only did they have the massive artist Zed, and of course Omnia nightclub has these recurring DJs playing, but we also had a surprise appearance from Martin Garrix, arguably the #1 DJ in the world, the EDM big room pioneer, joined Zed for a surprise DJ set at Rare Evo's after party. So pretty big and definitely roaring the Rare Evo and Cardano community that night. Fantastic. I'll definitely take that. I'll take a Martin Garrix Zed back-to-back set over whatever Toronto tries to put together. So fantastic, if you ask me. People want to be entertained. Huge Cardano NFT volume. 3 Earth Node NFTs have sold over the past week for a total of 308,000 ADA, about 100,000 USD. This is the highest floor NFT on Cardano. Fantastic. As much as people make fun of Cardano for volume, these are super impressive numbers for NFTs, where other chains that shall not be named, frankly, are struggling, to put it politely. Trending on Cardano, a Cardano post on r/cryptocurrency is going viral. Over on Reddit, the top rated comment says, for the first time an ADA post, and the comments are positive. Wow, fantastic. A lot of positive sentiment towards Doom. CTO of Algo Foundation, Algorand, saying Doom running on HYDRA, Cardano's isomorphic state channels, is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Literally every frame is a transaction. It's great to not only get praise from, the Cardano community, which we'll get, but also outside of that as well. So fantastic. Left a comment there just saying, appreciate the kind words. Cardano is doing incredible stuff, that's for sure. Oh, don't mind me. Just casually playing a round of Doom on HYDRA on my Steam Deck. This is what it looks like of actually, talking the talk, walking the walk. There's still many cringe projects, guys, Metaverse and what have you, that don't even release anything. And yet we're releasing to Epic Games, Steam. We have this instance where people are accessing remotely. You can play HYDRA remotely. You can play Doom remotely on the Steam Deck. Every frame validated in real time as a transaction via HYDRA. We're going to learn more about HYDRA in just a moment. But from Reflect, they just announced Chronoshot, however you want to pronounce that. Build 0.1.8 is live, and with it comes the addition of 2 new characters. You can now play as Charles Hoskinson by having a Cardano Summit 2021 NFT in your connected wallet, and Nike by having a Nike token in your connected wallet. What a fantastic, simple, easy to understand utility. If you go back and you were one of those OGs at the summit of last cycle, well, you can play as Charles now. And if you have Nike token, you can play as the good pig. Very fabulous. And just a reminder, guys, this is available on Epic Games. Epic Games. I have it installed. I have it configured. I want to do a proper, fresh React. And so I love this fantastic utility to add fun and flair to the games. But it doesn't end there. I did say in my previous video of how amazing the logistics and the planning and the booths are. And lo and behold, Reflect won the award for best booth. So, I'm not surprised. Definitely not surprised. What did you guys think about Rare Evo as a whole? I really like the way they organize stuff, especially the interviews with Charles, having kind of like a nice isolated area to sit back and unwind away from all the noise. I think events that bring great speakers and run fuego events with the #1 DJs and do some great stuff with booths and swag. This is the way to do it. Other places need to take notes, guys. They got to take notes. Frankly, as a Canadian, I just cringe. I'm not going to these Toronto events ever again. No offense, but USA really knows how to throw better events. That's coming from experience too. Going to Florida, going to Texas. Canada events don't even come close. Let's not even put them on the same benchmark. Given that HYDRA is rapidly evolving and we are now showcasing things like Doom on it, should Adam K. Dean start the Lightning Labs of HYDRA and take us to the next level? Well, I voted yes. Let me know what you guys think about this poll. As always, everything is always linked below in the video description. HYDRA High Level Explained, a nice short clip from, I believe it's a much longer video. A full video was linked below. but a nice 35 seconds explaining some context. Let's check it out.
With HYDRA, Cardano aims to have a state channel protocol that allows for more than 2 users per channel, and also allows for the same smart contract capabilities as the Cardano base layer. The other big advantage of HYDRA is that you can potentially have billions of transactions between users, with only the initial opening and closing transactions being posted to the base layer. This means there is potentially infinite scalability, as you have potentially infinite transactions done off-chain, with the base layer only having to process a few. This is a big advantage compared to rollups, who have to post a compressed version of all the transactions processed to the base layer.
I think that's pretty big. Like when we take a look at this, one thing being this is the smart contract execution, right? Versus just like sending money, but also the infinite, potentially infinite scalability, but then, open and close with that transaction. Like, I still can't wrap my head completely around it all. We have a fantastic explanation of Midgard, the L2, that's also not using any other token. Like, these type of things, and making L2s that still use the L1 token ADA, like the coin ADA, is pretty big, like, in my eyes, the way I perceive it. And speaking of pretty big, Cardano Foundation today announced that merchants worldwide can now accept ADA with Binance Pay. Enjoy zero gas fees, instant settlement, and access to over 30 million users globally. Upgrade your business with seamless Cardano payments today. Fantastic. Over on Binance.com, merchant.binance.com. They have all the details over there, which I think is great. Easier ways to implement, easier ways to onboard and use for business and what have you. Why not? I think this is going to be great for merchants who desire to allow people to use Cardano. Well, such efforts are being realized. Large transfer on Rosenbridge, Ergo to Cardano, 30,000 Ergo, or about $23,000. People are paying attention to Cardano. People are paying attention. MetaMask is now supported on Dex Hunter, a fantastic DEX aggregator. Special thanks to Newfie Wallet team for making the integration smooth and easy. So while there's crickets on other blockchains that shall not be named by influencers that shall not be named, stuff is happening in Cardano, bustling ecosystem. MetaMask doesn't just stop there. MetaMask adds support for Cardano. MetaMask users can now install Cardano Wallet Snap to create a Cardano account in MetaMask. With this snap, MetaMask users can manage Cardano tokens and NFTs, use Cardano dApps, swap EVM assets like ETH for ADA, and stake ADA. Very fantastic. I like this. We heard about the preliminary stuff right now. So this, just to remind you guys, is, again, it's not like network audits, but as I understand it here, this is a very key thing of adding the Cardano wallet in an easier way, onboarding through MetaMask snaps in an easier way, and using MetaMask as a front-end UX UI for everything else that happens on-chain on the Cardano network. But these are fantastic efforts and much appreciated to onboard more and more people. This is steps in the right direction. This is how we get it done. Introducing a new experimental token, discovery feature, boosts. So a short thread boost can be used to bring your token more visibility on Dex Hunter Trends page with an average of 1 million views per month. You can see the amount of boosts a token has and how much is required to be crowned on the top. Each boost expires 24 hours from the start, so the most visible token will always change. PS moved it from trending tokens section to a different place according to user feedback. So one thing I like is that Dex Hunter and the other projects, they're quick, they're nimble, they're agile, they're willing to take community feedback, and they don't just stick in their ways of like a 1990s MySpace design. So really appreciate the nimbleness and just moving quickly in this space. Speaking of quickly, more exchanges are Chang ready, guys. Another 2 exchanges just moved to ready status, bringing the total to 14 exchanges that are prepared to support the Cardano Chang hard fork. I saw some people on Reddit and on Twitter saying when Binance, because apparently Binance is still in progress. So I think we will see that very soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later. The main advantage of HYDRA is that you don't need ZK proofs to settle on Cardano what happened in the head. All of this is thanks to the EUTXO model. People will understand how much that's powerful over ZK rollups soon enough. HYDRA is neat for session-based dApps like multiplayer game sessions, or group chats or high-speed payment channels between organizations, like shared order books between exchanges. This was funny. George, so I saw this last night, I put the tweet out, and he talks his retirement. He says how he wants to be outdoors and whatnot, spend more time with the family. And he might, quote unquote, buy land with a lake, a cabin, and become like Charles Hoskinson. Let's hear the very tail end of that, shall we? That's where he goes into it.
Go buy a piece of land somewhere with a lake, with a cabin, and just like hang out there. Become like Charles Hoskinson.
Hey, you know what? Maybe we'll have to bring George over to the ranch, So Charles, man, maybe bring George over to the ranch, he's slowly becoming Charles Hoskinson. He said he'll surpass him for his all-time high. He talks about his outdoor plans, going to the bass shop and this and that. He might get a lake, might get a cabin. So I don't know. What do you guys think? George on ranch? When George on ranch? Finally, before we look at price, this is a super long thread. I won't dive into all of it, but there's a few things that I want to highlight. What is Midgard? Why is it being written? ZK did put me on this, saying it was a great explanation. Scaling solutions are a hot topic in Cardano, and I want to cover Midgard from what I understood based on publicly available information. How does it work? Why specifically Cardano? And how and why it would not need a token? Because the status quo, as Midgard said in their bio, there is no token. But the status quo is that if it's an L2, there's a token, right? A la Ethereum, a la something else. But Cardano not needing that is pretty big. Midgard is Cardano's optimistic roll-up L2 solution. It processes transactions off-chain, batching them for submission to the L1. It operates using ADA. It operates using ADA, guys, for all its transactions and economic incentives. So how can it get away with this and stay safe, still stay safe? The tokenless design is possible because Midgard is, from an end user's perspective, on Cardano, essentially a suite of smart contracts on the layer 1. It leverages the existing Cardano infrastructure and inherits its security from it. Again, security boosts using the native token. Since Midgard does, due to it using L1 as a settlement layer, not need a stake network to guarantee security via financial incentive in who produces the next block, it does not matter who is on the L1. So this security is provided by Cardano's native, its inherent proof-of-stake mechanism. Two key concepts. Publishers process off-chain transactions and submit batches to L1. They stake as a bond as a promised guarantee of batch validity. Watchers, anyone running a simple script to monitor Midgard's activity, proactively submit fraud proofs. Each submitted batch from a publisher has a 14-day challenge period. Watchers can submit fraud proofs if they detect fraudulent transactions, for example, double spend attempts, etc. The cool thing is watchers don't need to run a Midgard code. Just a simple script does the job. So I really love this in terms of synergy between the native network, and it seems like Cardano is really leading the pack. I recommend you guys check out the whole thing. It's a very long thread. It's like 18 or 19, too long for this video. But I really want to highlight that it benefits from the synergy of the layer 1, and there is no secondary token, which is like, I'm still surprised. I'm still kind of left in awe. I'm kind of marveled of like, what? Like layer 2, usually you think token, but there's no token. So it turns out you can actually do something more effective and faster and benefit from the security inherently built in Cardano. What a lovely synergy we have there. Where is the price headed? I see some stupid posts saying like, oh, Cardano left the top 11, left the top 10. Guys, we've been in the top 15 range for nearly 7 years. Okay, so we're time tested. As other projects rug, as other projects cease to exist, as other projects pull a BitConnect, SafeMoon, Terra Luna, we're still here. And the sentiment is changing positive. And there's some amazing things happening on a daily basis. So when we zoom out, we have to remember that we got brand, we got narrative, we got speculation. For me, Cardano is a fantastic like S-tier altcoin pick. It's my highest holding. Let me know if you guys want to see like a portfolio breakdown of like my allocations of like how much percentage I have here, how much I have over there. Cardano's not the only one I hold, but it's the biggest holding that I carry. And I still stay true, guys, to my conviction that the local floor 24 cent to 39 cent, that buying window, I don't think that we're out of the jitter yet. I think that there's still some downside potential, but more or less we're at close to that local floor. I don't think we go below like 24 cent or 23 cent. What do you think is a reasonable timeline? I think that right now, August, September, I still think that like the cold months, I don't think that we start pumping like into the fall because we still have the election coming up. We still have winter coming up, Christmas season coming up, holiday season coming up. So I think psychologically speaking and looking at the previous cycles, combining with Bitcoin dominance being very high, Bitcoin global search very low. All the metrics are showing us that alt season beginning and pumping hard. It's probably going to be in those winter months. Where can we go when we start hitting bull peaks? Considering we're in the moment bull peak, I think that it's very easy for us to surpass $3. Mind you, going into this where Bitcoin dominance was low, like 40%, we didn't even have smart contracts. Alonzo hard fork, Sunday swap was launching. So we didn't have much. Now, like everything that you see here, like 90% of that stuff didn't exist. So I think that we have a bustling community, strong development. We check off everything from a qualitative perspective, speaking as a UX designer, the human-centered design, the charisma. So I think that Cardano can easily surpass like $3, $4, $5, $10. I think it's easy for us to hit that $7 to $10. Not gonna sit here and tell you $100. Obviously, when stuff starts running up, valuations can get crazy, as we've seen with tech stock. But I think like a $7 and beyond is reasonable to expect that. And it's totally possible. So let me know what you guys think. When? I'm thinking the cold months, like winter and beyond. I'm thinking $7, give or take. When do you guys think? And what's a reasonable price point for us to surpass the previous all-time high? Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. So thank you so much, Cardano fam. Hit that like, and I will see you guys in the next Angry Crypto Show.